Hello crafty friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing a scrapbook layout and I have some photos of a visit to the Australian Museum here in Sydney when the Ramsay's exhibition was here. And look at the gorgeous richness of those colours there. And I took my son along with me, and I've got a mixture of 4x6 photos, and these ones are slightly smaller than 3x4, so they're 3 3/4 by 2 3/4, because I thought if I made them a little smaller I could fit more on, because I've got quite a few photos and I really didn't want to do another page. Now the papers that I'm going to use are these gorgeous Season of Elegance, and I thought the richness of the elements in the photos, there's so much gold that these would really suit. So I've already done a birthday layout using these photos, using these papers. So today I was thinking that I might try these two. So they've got two the same here, like the background is a similar colour, but the gold on it is, the pattern is different. So I might go with those and maybe use that as well. Anyway, we'll have a look at what the photos look like against these. And I've printed these on a white border, the large ones. These ones are backed with, they've got a white mat. So I think they're going to stand out well. And I chose this, I think it's cherry cobbler or real red. I'm still learning all the colours. So in here, I thought that would, and the, you know, all the gold tones, and here it's more of an orange, but I think it's still going to go nice with the red. So I think I'm going to go with that, and maybe these, and I might bring in a cardstock as well. So I've got an idea in my mind. Move the photos out of the way, of having two strips in the center, maybe about 4 or 4.5 inches each, and then having something plain against it there. And so I might cut some of these down, get my base pages, and come back and lay them out again. So I've gone ahead and cut a couple of the pattern papers, and then I was trying to choose what other patterns or cardstock to go with the photos, and I've settled on these papers here that are from Nature's Sweetness. So I thought I might make that my base page. So you can see there it's sort of, it's checked, but it's all sketchy, and it's got gold in it too, but it's not overpowering. So I thought I might make that the base page, And then there's this one with a script on it, very small script. And this is one of the Season of Elegance. It's just the reverse side of the gold there. And that's going to go like that. And it's going up there. I'll probably have some journaling down here. I've got a couple of photos here, so that'll probably be a flip flap. I may do some journaling on the inside of the flip flap because I want to sort of explain some of these photos. And I've also got a title which will go up here. So there's a lot of blue in these photos, and they're just, I'd like to see them sitting on something. So I bought in some different cardstocks to try, but they clashed a bit, so that was a close to my heart one there. Espresso. This is the Stampin' Up Espresso, and I just thought it was too dark, and it's very dark in the photos. And this red is a close to my heart one. It's the Scarlet, but I thought it clashed. And then this is a Stampin' Up, I think it's Blueberry Bliss. And it's really quite close to the blue in there. So I just thought that might be nice with a strip there, and then the photos are resting on there, and then that will, and another piece over here. But I also need to match some of these photos to these ones over here, I think. And of course I haven't worked out what I'm going to mat them with. So these ones need matting. I'll see if I can find this colour, if I have it, with Stampin' Up. So might go ahead and cut some of these pieces. Now I've got more of an idea. That will be the base layer. And that one goes there, there. And even though the photos are on top, you see enough of the gold and red in between. So I'll pop those down. I'm not going to ink around the edges of this one. I don't think it needs it. I think they're standing out quite well from the background. So off camera I might go and cut all the rest of my pieces and at least get those stuck down, maybe not the photos, and I'll be back soon. So I've gone ahead and stuck all the photos down, done photo mats. You'll notice that the photo mats in here are bigger than over here. That's because with the flip flap I needed to have it fill that, and it needed to be 3 by 4. So that's going there, and then there's one over here because I wanted to do some journaling about what the artifacts were. I've got a title here. If you were lucky enough to get the outlined alphabet before Close to My Heart sold out of it, you could use that. There's also the thin, slim alphabets, but also Stampin' Up have something similar in those types of alphabet thin cuts. So now it's time to do the embellishing, and I did hit a bit of a brick wall because I'm thinking, you know, what sort of embellishments should I use? And then I remembered that, you know, it's Egypt, even though we're not in Egypt, we're in a museum, that we could still put pyramids. So I cut out some triangles and different sizes, and then I'm going to show you, I also then ran it through an embossing folder and sanded it off. So I'll show you that. I'll move these out of the way. This is the plaid, sort of a wonky plaid embossing folder from Stampin' Up. So I'm going to pop them all in because it's not really going to matter which way they go. So I'll just do all the ones that I cut out, whether I need them or not, and I'll go ahead and run that through the embossing folder, the machine. So I'm using the Stampin' Up cut and emboss machine. So we have this base white plate, the folder, and I have it so that when you're running it through, you've got the closed beveled edge going. It makes it much easier to run through the machine, and then that's going to go on top. I've got a sanding block that I just got at our local hardware. And you want the raised side up facing you because we want to rub off a piece at the top layer to reveal the white core underneath. And now Stampin' Up is carrying some colours in white core, and next year they will have more when the new annual catalogue comes out in May next year. You'll notice that they'll have all the colours, which is great news for all those that like to sand and distress and ink and do all sorts of interesting things with the white core cardstock. So I used this one because I thought, oh, it does sort of look like the blocks of a pyramid. Okay. I'm going to just wipe it down because that cardstock dust will get everywhere. And we'll bring these back in. So these were the thin cuts that I used. These were another item that sold out really quickly, but they're just triangles, so you could easily cut triangles out. So going to do an embellishment cluster over here, and I'm going to pop it down so it's resting on the bottom there. So then it's not floating. And we'll overlap them. And this needs something up here because it's also sort of, the title is sort of floating a little bit there. I haven't stuck that down yet. So I might move those out of the way till later. And then that could sit over the top like that. Probably. Something like that, I was thinking. Anyway. And then we need something over here. So if we have it sitting on top, I did add this little gold bit of strip of foil, 1/8 of an inch, and 1/2 inch of, this is vellum. It's the gold mercury vellum. So that's what I added in there. They're just little bits of gold everywhere without it being too overpowering. I feel the photos are still shining through. So, and we'll pop that there. I don't want to cover up too much of the photo there. I could always cut that down if I wanted to make that. Yeah. They don't have to be on the same level either. I might leave it like that. And I did find this when I was doing a bit of a clean out, and these some old vellum stickers, vellum, they're not stickers, die cuts from close to my heart. So I wondered maybe I could, they haven't even been opened. Not sure if I'm going to use them yet, but I thought some of these nice ornate pieces might be nice around. We'll see. I'm not sure. I just thought it looked a little bland. But I think I might lay some pieces out, then step away and see what I think. So I have decided on using these vellum die cuts, and I wanted to show you how I put these together so they come separate like that. And I've just purchased this fine tip glue pen, which is really good for all this fine work. And tweezers are your best friend. I used a ruler to line everything up. Pop a little bit of glue around the centre piece. And pop a couple of blocks on it. It comes with a little pin that you pop in like that. So I've been quite happy with that new fine tip glue. Now I also felt that our pieces for the pyramids needed a little bit more depth with colour, and I'm using Shortbread, and I'm not sure what cardstock I've used here because it's not as thick as Stampin' Up's, because you can see it's split there when I've run it through a 3D embossing folder. So it's probably just something in it was in my scrap bin, which I love getting in there and using up. I'm sure you all do too. So, well, I've attached all the vellum die cuts just underneath with tape runner, and then you don't see any adhesive that way. Another embellishment you could probably use, because I've got this photo of a cat, and I decided not to use, I only had one stamp set and that had a cat on it, but that could be something else. I'm going to lie some of these flat, attach them flat. I'll put this large one flat. I've used a deckled rectangle here for my journaling when I get to it. And then these other ones I'm going to pop up on some thin foam. And I'm very happy with the way this has come together, because I was really wondering what papers to use for these types of photos. And I think the season of Elegance, because it's not completely a themed type of paper, it can be used for all types of occasions. So I've done a birthday one, which I will link that video at the end so that you can have a look what I did with that one. I've seen others do Christmas layouts. So I think it's a really versatile paper pack. So I'll pause here, and I'd like to get some dots around the edge, around the embellishments. So I've got a few here. So these are gold textured dots, but I don't think the gold is going to match that well. A bit too yellow. And I've got these brushed metallic adhesive dots, and these are metallic gems. So I think it's just, I haven't even opened these. Brand new. Oh, some of them have come off already. So there's different sizes, and it's sort of a bronzy colour, and then this has also got a, I'll leave that there for now. And these are more, so there's rose gold, gold and silver. No, I think these ones might be the way to go. And I'll just do it in the gold and in a couple of different sizes. If you have any other ideas to embellish this layout, please comment below. It helps us all when we get that creative block. Okay, let's have a closer look. I'm really happy with my decision with the embellishment clusters, and it's simple, but I think it's effective. And I will have all of the items here listed in the description below, and I'll take photos, and they'll be on my socials on Instagram and my Facebook page. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you've liked this process video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now. If you'd like to see more videos like this, hit the like button. Thanks for watching.